This is potentially my favorite crossbody bag that I've ever bought. I just placed the pre-order for the Vision Pro. I was sent these Human Race 3-step facial. I want to show you, I got a few new items for my desk and like techie things. Got this injury from making my bed yesterday. My hands have just been so dry and I've been just moisturizing them nonstop. Maybe that's probably bad for them, but I guess I just like rubbed up against the fabric headboard and it just gave it like a carpet burn basically. So painful on my knuckle. It's kind of like, I feel like I punched a wall. Isn't it crazy when you hurt yourself from doing like such like silly things? Like if you ever like hurt your back from bending over to empty the dishwasher or something like that. I guess as I've gotten into my 30s, those instances are more frequent, but it's always silly, like stupid little things that hurt you. I was sent these Human Race, the Human Race 3-step facial, and it's the Pharrell skincare brand. I've never tried it before, but I know that it's pretty popular on social media, so I'm excited to try that out. First, I'm gonna do my hair, which is actually a little more dry than I typically would have it. I think it's fine. So I use the Malin & Getz pomade, and I take a pretty liberal amount, like that much, and it's kind of like once it starts to dry it looks better, but I love the way it looks. It kind of gives me the like it's like just like looks natural. It doesn't look like you did your hair, you know? I don't use a comb or anything. I think that looks good. And then as it dries, it kind of just starts to look a little more natural. I definitely need a haircut next week, which I already booked, because the sides are getting a little long, but okay, that's the hair. All right, the first step in this 3-step is the rice powder cleanser, which is a powder. Not a fan, already not a fan. I just like, I've used these things before and it's just like an extra step. Wait, wet hands and shake a coin-sized amount. Oh, wet hands first. Okay, so you really don't need a lot of water. Okay, so it's like that. Definitely feels like it's exfoliating, coarse texture to it. Now the second step is the Lotus Enzyme Exfoliator, and this is another product that you are washing off. Gently massage 2 or 3 pumps of exfoliator in circular motion on clean, damp skin. An exfoliant in it, you can tell. I guess Lotus is the scent. It smells like food, which is like bizarre. Kind of like old food product. The last step is the humidifying cream. Gently massage onto clean skin for balanced hydration that adapts to your unique skin type. Okay, doesn't say how much, so I'm just gonna do a normal sized amount. This is kind of a trick. I would say less next time. A little definitely goes a long way. This is really hydrating. Yes, it feels nice. There is the 3-step facial. We're doing cozy vibes today. I already have sweatpants on, and now I'm looking for, where is my John Elliott? Oh, here. I hate how dark it is in the morning. All there goes the whole facial off the skin. I've been buying these from the Bodega lately. They're the body light armor. I just like the flavor, the peach mango. It's probably made of a bunch of crap, but it's just really hydrating, and it's just like something's just in a different taste, you know? Zoe, you want to eat? Should we make you some breakfast? Really glad it's Friday. It's kind of been a stressful week, and yeah, it just was like one of those days, one of those weeks where you just feel like you can't get ahead. It's like one good thing happens and then one bad thing happens, right? Like good and bad. I'm just being general about it, but I don't know. I just felt like, you know, I couldn't enjoy certain moments or certain wins, so to speak, because I had bad things happen. It's mostly work related. And everything is, you know, I'll figure everything out, but it's just very frustrating. And I'm the type of person that is very, I like control, and I like to be able to just do things on my own, which is why I, you know, in school hated group work, and in my professional career, I chose, you know, not chose, but I am successful at being an entrepreneur and working for myself, and kind of being in a business that relies on yourself to make it successful. And that's the same way I'm liking this content career, because I'm in control. If I want to pick up the camera and film and I want to do something right now, I can do it. I don't need to wait for anybody. I don't need to ask for permission. I don't need to rent a space. I just wake up and I can turn the camera on and I can make as much content as I want, right? It's like, there's a difference between being your own boss, and there's a difference between, you know, being your own boss on completely your terms. And I think obviously there are many jobs and there are many things, side hustles that you can do now that feel that way, but that comes with its downside. And the downside for me this week was feeling like you can't get ahead. And there's times where I feel like I do wish I had a bigger team or a bigger support system in place for, you know, professionally. And this is sounding a little bit more dramatic than it is. I'm just saying that I had a tough week, and I'm really glad that it's over. I just placed the pre-order for the Vision Pro and the Apple Vision Pro, and I'm very excited. It was a pretty seamless ordering process. I'm just looking at my order now. You actually have to do a scan of your face when you pre-order it, because almost like when you set up Face ID, like that was the same sort of experience. But you do a face scan, and then that's how it knows the size of your face. Like, you know, what size to give you, because there's different sizes for the lenses and the band and whatever. Pretty cool. We'll see if it's accurate. And one thing I did not know that they were coming out with was the case. And I was thinking about this actually. The case looks pretty clean. Like, it's nice. I was thinking about like what, you know, how am I gonna store this thing? Okay, so, oh, I see. So it's this, yeah, this, then there's like a little baggie. Not sure what you're putting in there. And then there's, like, is that a bag? Is that the case, or is it a bag that goes around the case, like a case condom? Like, it looks like, no, that's just like, I was thinking like that bag goes around the whole, but I think that's just what it looks like. The fabric is interesting. Oh, it's ripstop. That's cool. So it's gonna be like a nylon, and it looks like crinkly. It's probably gonna be really nice. So I'm really excited for that. Unfortunately, I will be away when it arrives, so I won't be able to do my unboxings and reviews and experience and everything until I'm back, so first week of February, but that's okay. The trip will be very much worth it. It's actually my birthday trip and it's gonna be fun to get away, but I'm really excited to use that Vision Pro and I'm really excited to show you. In my office now, I want to show you, I got a few new items for my desk, some like techie things that I'm going to show you that I always find this is interesting, and I'm always looking for ways to like upgrade and make my desk that much better. So let me show you some of the new stuff that I just picked up. The first thing I got is the Rode Podcaster mic, and this is really just for me to do voiceovers with when I do my TikToks and Reels, which I'd like to say is like not every day, but literally every day I'm using this microphone. I really love this microphone. I'll leave a link down below in the description of the one that I use. But I always knew that there was a mic stand like this, but the way that it clamps to a desk, my desk is too thick and like slanted, so I can't screw it on the way that it wants to be clamped on. So I had to do it onto the desk shelf, the Grove Made desk shelf, which works perfectly, and it's a perfect sort of setup that it didn't dawn on me until I could do that, until I really looked at the instructions of how to set it up. The other thing I got is the Logitech MX Master 3S, and this is specifically for Mac. Now, I have seen this mouse everywhere and everyone talking about it on TikTok, and like it's like a great replacement, and they also make one for PC as well. Let me tell you, it has totally changed the way I use, all right, I'm being a little dramatic, but it has really improved the way that I use my computer. And I love that you can program the buttons to do different things, and the horizontal scroll. You don't realize how much you horizontal scroll in things, like going from left to right in, even just like when you're in Chrome, like sometimes there's like web pages that go left to right and it's really convenient. Or even like just looking through photos. I don't know, you'd be surprised about how many use cases there are for it. And then like just having like the buttons that program to different things, and it's just like ergonomically feels really nice, and the click sound when you click the mouse is really satisfying. I really like it. By the way, if you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe and you should hit the bell, and so you get notifications on when I post. I'm posting about 2 times a week right now. I have a lot of fun upcoming travel to Mexico and London. I have my bedroom makeover coming. I'm doing some unboxings. I got the Apple Vision Pro, as I mentioned. I'm gonna have a lot of cool things coming out. I'm really enjoying vlogging, and I'm really enjoying integrating different segments into my vlogs as well. Like for example, this next segment that you're gonna see is the 10 best purchases or luxury purchases that I made in 2023. And I'm gonna try to integrate more things like that into my vlog. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment and let me know if there's anything you'd like me to see or any parts of my apartment that you'd like to see. I'm all about the feedback, and I definitely need some content ideas. I saw on TikTok a lot of creators talking about their 10 favorite purchases of 2023, and while we're already midway through January, I love this trend and I wanted to share my favorite purchases. I did so on TikTok, but I thought that I would give you guys a little bit more in-depth, and at the end I'll share a couple of items that I didn't share at all on TikTok, so stay tuned till the end. This year was the first year that I ever got the Hermes Apple Watch. Before I had the Hermes Apple Watch, I had the Apple Watch Ultra, and I loved that. It was new, it was a new Apple Watch product. We hadn't seen something like that in years, so I had that. But this year I was thinking about switching, and the reason why I switched is because I wanted to have something that was a little bit more versatile and could be worn with more formal outfits or more casual outfits. And I feel like that Ultra just kind of like always looked like it was a sport watch. I love the Hermes Apple Watch. I love the Hermes Apple Watch bands. One thing that actually deterred me from Hermes Apple Watch in the past was that a lot of the bands were leather or like a fine woven material that wasn't necessarily like gym friendly. They have now the silicone band that I really love. It has the subtle H branding on it, and it is durable. I shower with it because I'm obsessed with Apple Watch and tracking, so I don't want to lose even time in the shower. And I wear it to the gym, and it's durable, but it's really unique and sleek and cool looking. And I got a lot of questions about where's that Apple Watch band from, and it's the Apple Watch Hermes band. I never really considered Bulgari for men's jewelry before. I have a bunch of Cartier bracelets that I absolutely love. So when I was in Rome this summer, I obviously went in Rome, I went into a Bulgari store, and
They have the B01 collection. They've got a few items that they target towards men. Obviously everything is unisex, and this bracelet would look wonderful on a woman just as much as it does on a man. This is a rose gold bracelet, and I love that it has the black, maybe you can call it even dark gray ceramic features inside that just makes it a little bit more masculine. I really like that it's rose gold. I think that's unique. I think it's really pretty. It stands on its own. I usually have my David Yurman box chains on all the time, so I wouldn't necessarily stack these, but if I was just going to wear this on its own, maybe from something more formal, or if I just wanted to change things up, I wouldn't stack this, I would just wear it on its own. But it seriously is one of my favorite things that I've bought this year. It has this sort of like open clasp. It gives like love bracelet vibes without having the annoying screw to get it on and off. And it's just unique. Not everyone has this, not everyone knows what it is, and it gets a lot of compliments. This is Black Tie by Seline. It's a warm vanilla fragrance that does not come across as a cheap candle, nor should it, because it was not cheap. But I find that many vanilla scents are either err on the side of like cake or dessert-like, or just a little maybe feminine. It's truly unisex, but it has a very warm, rich vanilla scent to it. And there are some other scents I'm not sure about. I mean, to me, this is just a vanilla scent. What I've been doing with this is I'll wear it alone, maybe during the day, but I've been layering it, which I only learned about layering a fragrance since I started doing content, and people would comment that on some of my fragrance TikToks or posts. But basically I would wear my other favorite scents like Byredo Cellier or Louis Vuitton Roses, and I will then finish it with this. So I'll put that on, and then I will also spray this on, and it just creates a new scent for you that's got like more depth. This does not project as far. I learned about that too. This does not project it far. It definitely is like you have to be closer to the person. So whereas like a Cellier or a Roses definitely have more projection, and you know, if somebody's having a conversation with you, they would smell it. But maybe this is just for you. Maybe this is just for somebody that you're intimate with. They'll also smell that second sort of like layer to your fragrance, and I really like it. And I love the bottle, and yeah, it's called Black Tie, which I think is cool too. If you haven't checked out Seline fragrances, they have a bunch. I highly recommend them, and Black Tie is one of my favorites. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it is a handheld 4K camera that conveniently shoots both horizontal like this, or you can flip it and it will shoot vertical too. So if you are a content creator and you are shooting both horizontal and vertical content, which I do very frequently, this is a really cool device. If you're a vlogger, if you're somebody who is just creating content on the go, it's also really good. Obviously the big thing with DJI is the gimbal. So the gimbal will just always keep your footage shake free or reduce the amount of shake on your footage. There's also a mic that it comes with. You can connect a mic to it so you can mic someone up. I really like this. I've been vlogging on it. I've done a bunch of videos on it, and it's definitely one of my favorite gadgets of 2023. This is a diffuser by the brand Seasons. What I like about their diffusers is that they are functional, but also super aesthetically pleasing. This looks like it could be a decor piece in your home just as much as a functional tool like a diffuser to add fragrance to your home as well. This is black. I also have it in like a khaki color in my office. I really love them. And maybe a lesser known feature is that they're meant to be also portable. You can plug it in, but you can also just keep it on the go. And then you can turn it on, and it has battery power. It charges through USB-C. So let's say you have it in your kitchen at all times, but if you want to bring it into the bedroom, maybe before you go to bed, you can just carry it in, turn it on, and then you can have, you know, something more soothing for bedtime. It's got a bunch of settings like 2-hour, 8-hour, 16-hour modes that you can have it on continuously for that amount of time. And you can also change the lights as well. I don't know if you can see them too well on the camera, but they go from like a pink to a blue to a white. There's a bunch of different options. Highly recommend checking out Seasons. They're a little bit pricier than like your Amazon diffuser, but I think well worth it. This is the Rich Cream from Augustinus Bader. I've always been skeptical of high price point skincare because I think that a lot of it is just branding and marketing, but I will say this product is really special. It's called the Rich Cream, and it's called the Rich Cream for a reason because it has a really thick consistency to it, and I find that it keeps me well moisturized throughout the day, and I find that my skin has been looking great. I don't have an extensive skincare routine. I like to keep it simple with just a few products, so the fact that I feel like I have as much, moisture that I need on my face throughout the day with just a few pumps of this. I do 4 pumps on my face and I just spread it throughout. That this is the product for you if you want to check something like that out. The packaging is really nice. I mean, obviously you're paying for that in some regard. So I really like the pump, and I like the colors, and I like the glass bottle, and it makes me feel good using it. This is the Loewe bum bag, and this is the small size. It is anything but small when it comes to bum bags or crossbody bags. That is why I like it a lot. This is potentially my favorite crossbody bag that I've ever bought. This can literally fit so much. I mean, you can actually fit a water bottle in here. So if you're going to the gym, you could bring this with you. I'm not saying this is a gym bag, and don't make fun of me for saying that this is a gym bag, but there's just a lot of uses for it. And when you buy a bag that's expensive, you want to know you're going to use it. For size reference, this is the Pro Max iPhone, and you can see it's large. I always wear it on the back, not in the front, as some crossbodies you might wear in the back. But the construction of it is really beautiful, and Loewe just does such a great job with their leather goods, and every detail is just impeccable to me. Inside, you can see here, well, maybe you can't really see too well on camera, but yeah, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite purchase of 2023, and I'm excited to keep using it. These are not only my first pair of Prada shoes, my first black loafers. I know, I've never had them before. I never thought that they could fit in with my style or my fashion or my outfits before, but let me tell you, I love these shoes, and not only are they really good looking and they go with a lot, but they're super comfortable. When I saw these shoes, and even when I tried them on, quite frankly, I was like, these are going to destroy my feet, and I'm going to be able to wear them once and then have a 2-week recovery time and then try them again. You know how that goes. I don't have that problem at all. They're super comfortable. It feels like there's like a Dr. Scholl's insert in them, but there's not. And I don't know, I'm wearing pretty thin socks when I wear these, and I do not have any blisters. I was visiting LA. I walked all around, doing some sightseeing when I was there, and I did not have any issues. I like that there's a little bit of sheen to them. They're not patent leather. They're definitely more of a matte finish. And I like that the branding is pretty subtle, as with most Prada items it is. And it's something that you could wear multiple nights in a row if you're on a trip or if you're going out or whatever it is. And I like that they're chunky and they are on trend without being overly chunky. I think like Balenciaga shoes, for example, are just so chunky, but these are a little more understated and easier to wear while still being trendy. Okay, this is one of the YouTube bonus items that I didn't share on TikTok. This jacket from Celine I got in Paris on my trip there in September, and I love this jacket. It's a little bit cropped, but it's definitely fashiony and trendy, but it's Ben level, right? Like I don't feel too over the top or trying to be somebody who I'm not. I love the Western feel of it. It's this wool texture with the leather accents, and I always get compliments on it. It's got this like kind of collegiate vibe to it even, but it fits really well, and it gets the job done, with a black t-shirt and black jeans, and you just throw this on and all of a sudden you have like a well-styled outfit. I love this jacket. It's something that I have to refrain from wearing because it's definitely one that people would notice you wearing over and over again. So, and also it's freezing cold right now in New York City, and it's not necessarily the only jacket. You'd have to wear an overcoat on it, and that's a lot of work. So when the temperature's right, this is the jacket that I go for. And they have a couple of different styles as well. I think one has the big C on it. I didn't go for that one. That's definitely more varsity and collegiate. I like this Western style, and yeah, one of my favorites. This is another one I didn't share on YouTube. This Bottega backpack in black leather, I love. This has been my go-to backpack whenever I'm traveling or just need a backpack in general. It will fit the MacBook Pro easily. It can even fit the size up. And it's really simple, right? Like, it's loud, but not really. I mean, somebody who doesn't know what Bottega is would ask what this is versus like everyone knows the LV, or everyone knows something that says Louis Vuitton on it or Gucci, right? Bottega is always a little bit understated, a little bit more quiet luxury, and I really like that. And one of the sleeper features that I really like is that it's got this strap that goes right on the back of your on your luggage handle, which, I mean, I find that sometimes luxury bags don't always have the features of like something that's like a really techie bag, like a techie backpack from Peak Design, for example. So I love that they have that, and it's got a pocket up here. That's the only exterior pocket that has a zip on it, so it's great for throwing your wallet or keys or phone or passport, whatever, into it. And then also it's like this drawstring style, so to open it you go like this, right? And it's got this nylon that's they call it a parachute nylon, and it feels like a parachute material. I've never gone parachuting, but I would assume this is what it feels like. And I think that's really unique and cool, and I like this sort of closure. It feels secure, and then the two buckles to finish it off. And this will not only be a favorite of 2023, but definitely into 2024 as well.